Welcome back to another episode on the Adults Khadij podcast. I'm your host, Khadijah, and guys, it's been a minute. I have not come up with an episode in a long time because, guys, my summer has been crazy busy, but I'm back. And, guys, we have a very special episode today because, one, this is my first in-person episode, and I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do in-person episodes for the longest time, and this is my first one. So stay tuned for more. But today, guys, we have two special guests that are going to be talking about the DMV promoting lifestyle. You guys want to introduce yourselves? Thank you guys for coming on here.
Okay, so I'm Tandra. I am 28 years old. I am a promoter in the DMV area, a female promoter at that. And most of you guys may see me out having a good time.
Y'all, she's the life of the party. That's what we call her.
Because you know when it's 7 p.m. on a Friday, what are you doing?
Exactly.
What?
Okay, exactly.
But yeah.
No, my name's Eugene. I go by the stage name Getbox. Couple of parties here and there in the Afrobeat scene mainly. Yeah, we're here. We're outside.
We outside. Thank you guys so much for being on my episode first. So you guys are my first.
Thank you for having us.
In person. You guys are my first live guest. So thank you guys. You guys are very special. I chose y'all selectively because of this. But guys, yes, we're going to be talking about the DMV nightlife. So we're going to just jump right in. Guys, explain what is promoting, because I feel like a lot of times people see it online. People just think people just post flyers. I'm going to be honest, guys. I used to just think people just post flyers. That's what I thought promoting was until I actually have friends that are in it and they tell me what goes into it. So explain what's promoting.
All right. But promoting is pretty much getting the word out there, telling people where the vibes are going to be, where the ladies are going to be, where you should spend your money, you know, wink, wink.
And that money, get that section.
I think it's also about a promoter also creates the vibe. So whether that's you coming up with the theme of the party for that week, or just come in like with the energy, like ready to have a good time. You're celebrating something, you're celebrating someone. You bring the vibes most of the time.
Okay, I love that. I love that. And what made you guys get into promoting? Was it something that like you just fell into, networking, someone told you to do it? Like, how'd you guys get into it?
I come from a hospitality background, bartending, serving.
He makes good drinks.
Doing things in the restaurant industry.
Okay.
And I've always loved being a consumer. But I realized through a manager of another lounge, he said, you know a lot of people, why don't you just bring people into this space?
Okay.
And that's how I got in.
That's how you got in. And how long have you been doing it?
3 years now.
Wow, 3 years. That's amazing. And do you do it full-time, part-time, or like how you?
I think it's like a full-time job. I still have my other jobs,
jobs,
but regardless of it
it's still full-time.
It's still full-time.
Wow, okay. See, I always think it's just weekends, but like you have to work before the party.
Yep.
See, a big misconception.
Yeah, it's a lot of prep.
It's a lot of prep. Okay.
For me, I have a similar situation. I actually started working in the nightlife field in 2021, just as a door girl, like working at the door, taking payment, walking people up to their tables, so on and so forth. And then it became a thing where, I mean, I know a lot of people, so it's like, and I never actually took full, like I never took the opportunity to actually see how far I could get with it. It took someone else telling me, like, I think you could do it. Like, you already booked tables here and there. Like, people already asked you, what are you doing this weekend? So you might as well do it. So it turned into
that. Wow. So you've been doing it how long? You said since 2021.
I've been working at, well, I worked at a specific club for since 2021. And then, I would say 2023 is when it turned into a thing where I was actually promoting events.
Okay.
And so on and so forth. But even as a door girl, you have to promote events.
You have to promote.
So it had the same effect. It just became more
serious.
More serious.
Yeah, okay.
And it is a thing where, like, even if you have stuff going on outside of that, they always tell us, take an hour out of your day to invite people out, like, and stuff like that. So I'm one of those things.
Okay, I love that. I love it. Well, it seems like you guys have been in the game for a little bit. You guys know a lot of people in the DMV, so you guys have built that reputation. I feel like a lot of people do support you guys and go out to your events, so that's amazing. So what would you say is kind of like the biggest, I would say, the pros and cons of working in nightlife? because you guys have been in it for a minute. You guys know a lot of people. You guys have family, friends coming out. Like, what are some pros and cons?
Are we gonna start off with the positive part or the negative?
What do you guys want to do? Give it to me, good or bad?
The pros.
The pros, okay.
Let's start off on a positive tip. Personally, for me, I would say a pro is one thing I did not like about the club prior to working in the club was that, you know, when you go out, sometimes you don't know what you're about to do. You don't know how much you're about to spend because, you know, you may not everybody doesn't know someone who has a section or a table. You also don't know even if you know someone with a section or a table, you don't know if you're going to have to spend money to get drinks for you and the people. In most cases for guys, that's usually how it is too.
Okay.
So it's like, I think what has made it a good thing, like what a pro of it is having the connections now to be able to be in the club comfortably. And also to create that comfortable space for my friends and family when they do come out as well.
Okay. So when they come out, they're secure. Like they know like they're going to be somewhere and they know the vibe is going to be good.
For the most part, I do also try to keep it, you know, clear that it's not always a guarantee.
Okay.
So you need to, I actually enjoy being by the bar.
Okay.
Sometimes sometimes the table is a bit overwhelming.
Oh, so sometimes you like rather be in the bar than to be in the section.
But for the most part, it's like just knowing who you're going to, who you're going to be with, like just having a plan. I used to hate going to the club and I don't know where I'm going and I'm just standing in the middle of the dance floor, like, where am I going? And then everybody wants to go home because their feet are burning. You don't have to focus on that.
You don't have to focus on that. I feel like for me, when I was in college, like we were just going with the flow. I didn't know what I was doing. I would just end up here, end up there. We never had a plan. But I feel like as you get older now, it's just like if you go out, you want to have fun. We work so hard. Like if you want to go on a weekend, you want to make sure you're gonna have fun, or at least you know someone there.
The thing. People go to the club with a plan.
Yep.
So it's like you want to make sure you help them execute it.
Okay. All right. So
also, another one I would say is networking and connection.
Okay.
And I think he can add to that. Okay. He's made a lot of connections.
I mean, as far as what you said and piggybacking, like one of the biggest pros of nightlife is being around people that most of the time are going to be like-minded individuals. You know what I mean? You're around and partying with people that look like you. You're in a space, you're hearing music that you either came up on or the latest Afrobeat song in our case.
Okay.
You know, so it's a really great way to like let go of the stress that you had from your work week.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's other things to do, but when you want to party, this is where you want to be at.
This is where you want to be at. I always say that people are just like, when you work hard, play harder. You know, I feel like we work so hard. So it's like if you're going out on a weekend, you want to make sure like it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be a vibe. And if you know the right people, you can get that vibe. So that's good. Any more pros? That's it, y'all.
There's a list, but you know,
it's like the main.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm the type of person if I'm having a bad week. I'm not gonna lie. I do look forward to going to at least my nightlife.
Your nightlife
work and having a good old time.
Because
it's also like just, you know, growing up, of course, we're all African.
Yep.
So
salon, chichi, salon, bobo.
So it's like growing up, it's like our music wasn't technically the most popular. It wasn't the best thing to people. Like people thought they could like clown us. So it's like going out and having specific spaces like catering to us and what we enjoy. I just know where to go to have a good time.
That's good.
It does become overwhelming, which will lead to the cons.
Okay.
But it's just like the days that I do need that outlet to forget about, like I had that day yesterday. I needed to forget about certain things that I was annoyed about or upset about, and I had a ball.
And that's good. So nightlife gives you that. It gives you that comfort. And
I mean, that's the reason why most people go out, period. So it's like most people are going out because they want to kind of get away from like whatever.
That's true. I thought about that because sometimes I feel like some people go out just to have fun, or sometimes people are actually going through things and that's kind of like their outlet. And some people like to stay home and like kind of be in their thoughts. But sometimes I feel like it's better to be around people and surround yourself around good vibes. So I definitely like that. So cons, let's get into the cons, guys. Let's get into it. Is there a lot?
Expensive.
Money.
I can't say I experienced expensive forever, but the times that I do have to experience it, I mean,
you be stressed? Anything involved with a lot of money is stressful.
I just feel like soft life girlies. Why am I spending money?
Thank you. Why am I spending money?
Like I invited y'all out to spend the money. Like
exactly.
Anyway.
No, but ultimately, these things cost. You know, when you come out, sections have a minimum, and people usually see a price. That minimum is not your final price. You have taxes and gratuity, plus.
Taxes and gratuity is a con.
You know, and it's bad, but at the end of the day, you're paying for the experience that you're being presented. When you go and experience nightlife in other places like Vegas and stuff like that, there's a showing that comes with the bottles that you're purchasing, and there's a certain level of service that comes with that. You know what I mean? So it's not every weekend that you need to be in a section if you can't pay the price, and it's completely okay. We have an open bar in the beginning. You get to the party early. You can get buzz for free.
But pause. Do people go to early a lot? I want to know. Because I always see it, but
sometimes I'm not gonna lie.
Regular people.
They really go because I know open bar is free, right?
Yeah.
Wow. See, I don't
so
do
you'll have your house drinks.
And you get unlimited.
And you get unlimited.
Y'all.
And at some places they don't even give you like real liquor. They'll give you like the regular liquor that you get, maybe not the top of the top shelf, but they'll still. I know
like they'll give you a Jameson. Maybe.
They'll give you Casamigo shots.
Wow. See, I feel like a lot. I mean, for me and my friends, a lot of us, we don't plan to go out to go to the open bar. We just plan to go to an event. But now I'm like, why don't we go to the open bar? You get free drinks before you can party.
Also, people go out more so focused on the atmosphere, how many people are there, if people are dancing now. I'm the type of person I could go out without anybody being in the room and have a ball.
Okay.
Not everybody's like that.
No.
People are looking for the vibe. If they feel like they're in a place that's not as full as they want it to be, they feel like it's not the place to be.
No, but even when you want to be fashionably late, you have to come with a fashionably late budget, and a lot of people don't have that.
They don't. So what? Just say describe that.
Meaning, if you're late and you don't know anybody, expect to pay the cover charge.
You missed the
Okay, yeah. A lot of people be mad. Okay, so you're saying like a lot of times people will like go and just expect like, oh, I still want to get in for a time, and then like they can't no more.
And there's perks that come with coming on time, basically. Like so as he said, the open bar. In some cases, promoters have drink tickets, so they could get you a drink ticket. I mean, they could get you a drink. Or even if they don't have drink tickets at this point, most of us are locked in with the people who work in the club, so we could just get a shot. Or what if we just want to give you a shot because you came out
early
to support us, so we buy it out of pocket. Like, you know, on top of the fact that, okay, you could get into the club for free before that time. Like, it's different things. Or in some cases, we could give you a complimentary bottle of champagne or of something because you were there with your girls.
You were there on time. But I feel like, I don't know, for some reason, I'm going to say this because I go to the club a lot. For some reason, like, people just like going to the club late. Like, I don't know why people don't like being earlier on time. Like, I don't know if it's a thing where us, I don't want to say it's us Black people, but I feel like a lot of us just like showing late. Like, we just like showing up to the party late when everything's already lit. But it's like, why can't we show up on time? Why can't we be there early?
I think it's an African thing.
Is it an African thing?
I think it's an African thing.
I think it is just a Black or African thing.
Because people like going late now. It's a thing now.
I'll see certain people maybe not go when the doors are open, but still before the cutoff time to get in for free.
They'll go right then.
And I'm sorry, it's never us.
Oh, wow.
It'll be Black people, but it's not Africans. I'm telling you.
Really?
They make it a goal to get there for 2 hours, and that's their enjoyment for the night.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel.
Yeah.
For me, in terms of cons, alcohol.
Oh, elaborate.
So I'm a social drinker.
Okay.
Into everything.
Look at them
Shout
right
out
now.
to XXO wine.
The best.
I'm a social drinker,
Mhm.
so that's why sometimes going out is kind of like an escape from reality for me.
Mhm.
Because it's like then I could get to mingle, talk, let's take a shot. Through nightlife.
Mhm.
Whoa. After one bottle, it's 2 bottles, 3 bottles.
Oh my God.
So serious. Like at that point, you're a compulsive drinker. Like
Oh my
whatever the
God.
woman said.
And sometimes you
literally
have
what
day
it is.
parties and night parties on the same day.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so my thing is, it's like you guys are social drinkers. You guys are you guys always drinking at these events? You guys sometimes choose not to.
You drink at certain parts and certain moments so you can keep your composure.
Exactly.
Okay. So
At the
you
end of
can
the
never
day-
be out of character too much
But
as a
No,
promoter.
it's still a
eventually, you still
job.
get carried away sometimes.
Okay.
Especially
Yeah.
me being a female.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I walk through the party, people are passing me shots. Like, come on, let's take a shot. I can't even say hi to somebody without them saying,
Mhm.
let's take a shot. Or
Mm.
the common question for me is, you okay? You need anything? And I'm not gonna lie, at first I would always be like, yeah, I'm fine. Like,
Mhm.
because I was so confused.
Mhm.
I never realized that most of the time people are asking me that question because they're asking me, they see I don't have a cup in my hand. They're asking me, like, do you want a shot?
Do you want a shot? Wow.
So I'm sorry, I started taking a hold of that. But
Wow. So have you guys ever got, I don't know if I can ask this, but have you guys got drunk on the job?
yeah, all the
But
time.
it's not a problem. Like as long as you keep your composure.
Sure.
Yeah, like let me describe drunk, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people will say drunk, and then there's drunk.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We will never get drunk.
Okay.
But it's possible, and it has
Yeah.
happened.
But it's possible.
But you need to
Yeah.
be drunk outside of the place that you're working. You literally leave.
Okay, because I was
Like,
gonna
don't
say,
be drunk in there.
okay, so you can't be drunk while you're in the club you're working. Okay.
But also your mind is moving. Like while we're working, we're also texting bottle girls. We're texting each other. Like we're orchestrating other things, especially when
Behind
you
the
have
scenes,
book
yeah.
tables and stuff. So it's like you have to be in the right state of mind regardless. Like you can't just be. I mean, there are gonna be days that you don't have to do all of that.
Mhm.
So you're gonna also be able to just have fun.
Mhm.
But for the most part, you're doing other stuff. So
Wow.
you need to be focused. You need to be on it. Like,
Okay. So like during the part, so you said like Eugene, there's moments where you can have fun, but like there's moments where you have to be like you have to balance. It seems like you have to be text people for okay they're coming, but then still drink. So like, is it hard balancing all the times? Like sometimes you want to just go there and just like not think about that.
You get used to it.
Yeah,
Okay, you get used to it.
And
Okay.
then for us, it's fun getting that adrenaline rush from this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We get a kick out of it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's cracking their own jokes in the group chat and stuff like that.
Okay.
I think another con, at least for me as a female promoter, I feel like it's frowned upon for me personally.
Okay.
I feel like also men will tend to go or gravitate towards other male promoters just because I guess in some type of way it's easy to talk money with them. Whereas with me, for instance, like Eugene could book a table, right?
Mhm.
But he already promised to get that table, let's say 2 extra bottles,
Mhm.
because that's expected in a man,
Mhm.
Not like I will never do it, but I mean, I'm a female. I go to the club for free 99.9% of the time. So it's like, why would I don't know. It's like it makes it harder for guys because it's like that means they have to do more in order to even lock a table in or get a table, secure a table. Whereas, oh, I'm pretty, just come out.
And so a lot of times, like, okay, what is the process of booking a table? Like, how do you guys find these people? How do you know who to be like? Okay, this person's gonna come to people contact y'all. Like, how does that process work?
I'll start, right?
Yeah.
Typically, I try to do a good job of knowing when your birthday is. You know?
Okay.
Or Facebook will tell you when someone's birthday is coming up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like if I know somebody that's cool with you or if I have a relationship with you, then I can kind of like ease myself into like, hey, how have you been?
Okay.
How are you? You got any plans for your birthday? Da 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 da. You know, I don't jump straight for it.
Okay.
But it's just a process of just trying to like eavesdrop and figure out what people have planned.
Okay.
And if they're staying in state, then now it's like, all right, cool. What can I do to pitch this person coming to celebrate at my establishment, wherever it is?
So that's how you get most of your tables. Okay. Yeah. But sometimes people will like randomly call you on the phone and be like, hey, Eugene, I want a table.
On the day of, that's definitely happens.
That happens? Okay.
Yeah. I'm not too much of a people's person. I like who I like. I don't like who I don't like.
Okay. So wait, if someone like didn't like wanted to book a table with you, you wouldn't?
Oh, I'll book that table.
Oh, you wouldn't? Because money is money. Money is money.
And if you know I don't like you and you're coming to book your table with me, then that's you know what? It's the telekinesis going on for me.
It's just like Eugene knew she needed another drink.
Because I'm over here sitting here.
He's pouring it up.
But for me, it has become a thing where I do reach out to certain people, but I feel like the convincing is too close to begging. And at this point, I don't know how, but I've built up. I don't know. So I've naturally always been the type of person people always enjoyed what I posted when I am out.
When you just go out in general.
When I go out in general. Like, people have always enjoyed.
So it won't be like, where's Tandra's out?
It's like, where's Tandra?
Where is she going? I want to go. Okay.
So it's funny because now I can't even post in the moment anymore. But when I do, it still has the same effect. But it's just one of those things where people just kind of know, oh, I think I want to be where Tandra's going to be. So like, let me hit her up, ask her, oh yeah. And don't ask repetitive questions like they already know the answer to it. Like, do you work at Rosemar? Do you work at St. Eve's? Do you work here? Do you work there? And also, like, through promoting, you kind of get connected and locked in with other clubs too. So you end up being able to help people like full circle, like with almost anywhere they want to go to, or you can at least plug them in with other people. So, with that being said, I mean, I don't want to say I just wait for people to hit me up. I do also pay attention to birthdays. Okay. But mainly with the people who are closer or dearer to me. Okay. Yeah, and I mean, aside from that, I also have tried at least this past year to do more things where I gather my friends to like, get their own table. Okay. Which is why it's starting to become expensive for me too. Because I like, so much of my money is flying. Yeah, and I'm just like,
it costs to have fun.
But I mean, still, of course, sometimes it's not as much as other people spend and stuff. Okay, I am aware of that, but.
And do you guys have to book like a minimum of tables like each week? Like how? Like what is it?
The idea is that every month you have to book at least 4 tables. Wow. I believe that's what. 2 or 4.
2 to 4.
2 or 4. Okay. I mean, it's understandable that some weeks aren't going to be as lucrative, or like things aren't going to come out of it. But okay. Yeah, every month is 2 to 4 tables.
2 to 4 tables. Okay. So birthdays.
And the least you could do is bring guests out.
Bring guests out.
That's like literally the least you could do, because all you have to do is say, "Hey, come out, okay. Get some shots."
Get some shots.
But it gets difficult when people have their certain idea of what they want to look like in the club or experience in the club. And it's become a thing where everybody wants to be at a table. They don't know what it takes sometimes to be at a table or to even be invited to someone's table. Like, I can't always just put you at a random person's table. Like, that's ridiculous.
I feel like people, like, the culture now is like a section is like, if there's no section, people are not going out. Like, I feel like it's like, a section is now like, you have to have one. Like, I feel like people don't like to just go out to clubs and like have like dance parties. I know, Eugene, I feel like there's a club that you promote. Like, is there no sections in it?
No, there's sections. But even within this year alone, the travel parties have been taking over people's nightlife experience.
What's travel parties? Explain that.
So things like Everyday People.
Yes, or like sold out dates. Okay.
Those parties have came around and they've been able to promote a vibe where it's like, this is what it was like before the sections. They'll have a few sections available. Okay. Because there's always going to be people that still want that. but their goal is to like make it feel like a concert house party type of vibe.
Okay, so
And
that's coming
people,
back more.
yeah, and people have
It's
been
here.
missing that. It's here.
Okay.
That's what's been going on all year.
Okay, so that's
Especially
what's going on.
summertime.
Okay,
Mhm.
especially summertime. Yeah, because I've seen that. I feel like a lot of people want that vibe more. But I feel like people still do like sections. Because I feel like if we're going out to like nightclubs, like you want to be in that section. But I feel like
if it's my birthday, I don't want to be at everyday people. No.
No, yeah. If it's your birthday, if
But
it's
I
a
don't want
special
to be in
event,
a crowded place. You know, that could be the pregame.
yeah, the pregame. But do you feel like there's a different experience with like sections and those type of other parties?
Definitely.
Like,
Yeah.
what's the
I
experience
think
difference?
both are a good vibe.
Everyone that's going to those type of parties
Mhm.
knows there's gonna be sweat, knows it's gonna be dancing.
Okay.
People are walking in taking their cool off immediately because they
Okay.
know what to expect from that.
They know what to
Yeah.
expect. Okay.
When it comes to other places, people kind of have a sedity attitude to themselves. They try to act like they have $1 million in the account, and they're just like, we're all normal people at the end of the day.
We're all
wanna
normal people. Exactly.
It shouldn't matter how much money you have
hmm
when you go out,
It shouldn't.
but
Exactly.
there's the whole stigma behind everything. You know what I mean? If you're in a section, why is this person drinking Grey Goose? Like you still bought a section.
We were in the club on Friday and somebody bought a Grey Goose and me and him just looked at each other. But why is it throwing at us off? But that's the crazy part.
But you saw the type of people.
You don't see it like that.
No, but you saw the type of people that were in the section. So based on like where you're from, based off of where you're from, you're gonna drink what you drink.
Okay.
They did buy a Magnum Moet though. They did.
Yeah, no. It was like a Grey Goose and another bottle. Then they got a Magnum.
Right, okay.
So they spent a little coin.
Okay.
Spent a little coin.
They was turned up with that.
As long as they was turned up, hey, that's all
we're having a time.
That's all that matters.
Until like I think they left around like 2:30.
Okay.
I don't even think they left at that time. Yeah, 2:30.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot.
Mind you, the club ended at 3. They were there from the beginning
to the end. Wow, they came on time. Wow, that's amazing. On time. They came on time. You know us, we were coming late.
They didn't care who was in the crowd, who was in the club.
And see, I like that. You should go and like not care who's there. I tell you, people like to go.
Too strict with club stuff.
It's like people like, no, I have to go like when it's late, when people are there, when it's flooded. Because you know, Todd, let's be honest, you know us, we be texting like, is it lit? You guys get those text messages. Like, is it lit? How do you guys feel with those texts? Is it lit?
Don't ask me.
I know y'all be annoyed.
Because also, if I work there, what do you think I'm going to tell you? Oh, no, it's not.
It's not. Like, yeah.
So I'm not even going to
People want that confirmation. I feel like people now want that confirmation before they go somewhere if it's worth it.
I'm not going to lie. You hit me up, I'm going to say, hurry up. You're missing out.
Well, that's also why they created apps like Ivan's app, XLit. XLit app, so that you can actually see the current atmosphere in the
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They have that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I should get that app. We should get, no, I'm going to get that app.
And he has like almost every place in the DMV. You know, I think it even stretches outside of the DMV too.
Wow.
I don't know how he's doing that because who's in every single, like you can literally see other people's stories.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, no, we got to talk about that one. I'm not hip.
Yeah, it's called XLit.
Oh, wow. That's dope. Yeah. That's dope. So do you guys ever feel like there's like competition with like other like party promoters? Because like there's a lot of clubs in DMV. There's a lot, especially like you guys do mostly party promoting, I would say DC, right? Is it mostly DC or you guys do Maryland or Virginia or just mostly DC?
The whole DMV.
The whole DMV. Yeah. So the whole DMV. So within the whole DMV, again, there's a lot of clubs, there's a lot of lounges. So like what is like the competition like? What have you experienced? Like just talk about it.
Different groups. Everybody doesn't work for the same club, especially on the same days. So, and mind you, we're just right now only solely focusing on the Afrobeats community.
Okay, so that's your focus.
When you take it outside of the Afrobeats community, you have the Americans and Jamaicans.
Yes, there's a lot.
You have Ethiopians. You have whoever. You know, you have a lot of different crowds. You have the Freshly 21 group.
Wow.
Who, like, I mean, sometimes you don't even want to deal with those ones. So it's like, there are a lot of promoters. Honestly, you could wake up one day, you could wake up tomorrow, Khadijah, and say, I want to be a promoter. And you start going, but like really, like and you just start throwing parties. So it's like,
but I feel like when you say
competition-
that too, I feel like not everyone has it in it to be a successful promoter. Because anyone can wake up and say they want to do something, but to actually, I feel like, be successful at being promoting, like it has to kind of be in you. Like I feel like you guys are both people. Like you guys like people. You guys know a lot of people in this area, so I feel like that's where you guys are good at it. But someone that just like doesn't know a lot of people, doesn't like to go out like that, might not. It depends. They might be successful at it, but I feel like you have to have it in it too. In it.
It takes a while.
It takes a while.
If you're not willing to be, if you're not willing to serve the people, because this is hospitality at the end of the day.
It's hospitality.
Then you shouldn't be in it.
You shouldn't be in it.
You have to be social, and you have to be willing to serve
Very
the people.
social.
That's it.
Even within the party,
You don't have to know. You don't have to know anybody from the beginning. You're gonna meet those people.
You could literally be there. We have some people on our team who they don't know anybody in our crowd, like in the African scene, and through promoting with the group that we're a part of, like I've literally seen them just walk through the crowd and meet people, and it's like,
oh wow.
And I mean, it's literally just as simple as that.
Simple, okay.
Like, you know, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes the people who you do know, we're getting older. I personally experienced this where the people who I do know don't want to be outside no more, or they want to do things other than what we've been doing for a while.
Yeah, okay.
So you have to know how to, you know, read the room, gravitate towards the people who are interested, and sometimes it's people who have never been able to experience that.
Okay. You said the competition is in the DMV.
I would say yes. He can speak more on it, but I would say it's more so with the people who've been in the game longer. That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
Because I'm not beefing with nobody over there.
Okay. Eugene, give it to us. Give it to us straight.
I'm not competing with nobody.
I would say there's different audiences depending on like who you're partying with. You know what I mean? You have the 30 and up crowd.
Okay.
You have the 24 to like 30 crowd. And then you have like the 21 to 24 or 21 to 26. Yeah, you know.
They be firing me.
So, no, I'm telling you. It's really bad.
Yeah, fake IDs, baby.
Wow.
They even have ones that can scan.
Wow, I was not doing
technology.
No, you know, I never did that. I never snuck into the clubs. I didn't start going to clubs till. Wait, you can't go to the clubs till what? 21,
no,
right?
so they have 18 plus.
18 plus.
I mean, it's not fun.
But in DC, they don't have a lot of 18.
Back then, it was fun. Paso Paso was fun.
Yeah, that was a party though. To say the club,
well,
an 18 and plus club was Love.
Yeah.
And Love was the first club I ever went to, and I hated it and didn't go to the club again for years.
Wow.
Like, I'm sorry. I mean, when I was about to turn 21, I started going to the club.
Yeah, me too.
So,
same.
But it wasn't like a consistent thing. It was just like when my sister invited me out to go with her friends, and she's the 30 plus group. So it's like that was the time. That was the time that a lot of people don't know about.
No, back in the day, the parties was different. The parties were different. But yeah.
But, to go back to it, I think with where we're at right now, I don't think competition is the word.
Okay.
I think everyone has their vibe that they enjoy.
Okay.
And they pick which one they want to go to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
That's what it is.
And so, long story short, the people who we invite out, we choose it.
They be choosing.
Okay. So, I mean, it's just based off of what you want to do that night.
Yeah. If you want to be in Silver Spring, you be in Silver Spring. If you want to be in DC,
especially on
DC.
Saturdays.
Yeah.
Especially on Saturdays, it's just so much to do.
Saturdays, there's usually a lot to do.
You go to U Street, it's like 10 places to go to.
No, this summer especially, I don't know what it is. I've been on Instagram and there's just so many. First of all, I feel like there's so many social groups now. I don't know if you guys have been seeing it. Like, I feel like a lot of people now want to, like, you know, make new friends. So they're creating these social groups.
It's TikTok.
Yeah, they're creating these social groups and they're having events. And I'm TikTok. Like, it's just too many events. So now on Saturdays, you know, I'd be confused. I don't know where to go. It'd be 10 events. I'm like, where do I go?
This year alone has been the busiest year in terms of events. Like,
no, it has.
This week coming up, this Saturday, I have at least 4 or 5 events that I've just simply been invited to.
Wow.
And that's excluding anything club related.
Wow.
So also imagine now I'm thinking, oh, well, I already know where
Mhm.
I would go, but
Mhm.
like I'm thinking, oh, I want to go to the club now. Where can I go?
Mhm.
And I have like 10,000 options. And I have 10 options in each state.
See, and I don't want
in
too many
Maryland,
options though.
DC, and Virginia.
Mhm.
But you see, the thing is too, I get mad because I have so many options, but then I be choosing the wrong one, and then I get mad, and I'm like, so yeah, I don't know. For nightlife, I don't want too many options. I just want like I used to like when it was just like, okay, you go to this place, but now I feel like there's just too many events. Like example, like this weekend, there's just too much stuff. Like I've just heard like it's just too much stuff. Like I don't know. Sometimes it's overwhelming. It can be overwhelming. So that's how I feel. Also, Sandra, you did touch on being a female promoter. So I wanted to ask you about that. What is it like? I would say, what's the biggest challenge again, like being a female promoter? And then Eugene, I want to talk about you being a male promoter because do you feel like party promotion is more of a male dominated field? Do you feel like if it's more women coming up? And like again, talk about why is it frowned upon?
Party promotion is mainly male dominated.
Okay.
As I touched on before, it's frowned upon for a female to promote. But who cares
But why?
about what they're frowning upon? Just because, I mean, either way, you have to talk to people. Sexually, sadly.
Is it like, okay, is it equivalent to like being a bottle girl? Because you know, a lot of guys are like, I don't like my girl being a bottle girl. What is that? How do y'all feel about that?
I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay, finish out.
Being a bottle girl is a bit different.
Okay.
The thing is, yes, as a bottle girl, in most instances, you are still expected to, book tables. So you have to build clientele. You have to talk to the people who you're serving. That's what you should do. Being a bottle girl sometimes is also easier because you bring the bottle, give them shots. I'm not saying it's easier. Let me not say it like that. I'm not downplaying what they do. I'm saying it more so in a way where, in terms of actually having to communicate with the people, you still have a choice.
Okay. Yes.
Whereas as a female promoter, if I want to keep you as a client, I have to talk to you even when I don't want to talk to you. Really? I actually have to build that friendship if I'm trying to keep it platonic too. Besides that, if I'm not trying to keep it platonic and like we're just strictly like cool, I gotta either ignore you or be talking to you actively.
Or even after, you still have to like.
Because let's be real, when men go out, they buy bottles to impress females. As much as it hasn't been that for a little while, it still is that.
It still is that.
So it's like you're coming out to impress females or to attract females to your table, whatever your case may be. Of course, sometimes it's not always like that. Sorry if that offended anyone. But let's be real. Everybody's looking to be seen as the person who can spend the most money. That's why bottle wars are a thing. So imagine little old me, Tandra. Hey, sir, do you want to come to the club?
Oh my God.
It's either three things. Either that's my friend, and I know it's their birthday. Either that's a guy who does not mind, a random person who just is really, actually, genuinely looking for a good time and just trying to have fun. Or it's a man trying to talk to me. So essentially it affects, and then it's like you don't want to be rude because you never know when that person might want to come back and ask you for a table.
And I was gonna say, you have to build clientele when you're party planning. Like you have, okay.
Yeah, so you never know.
Wow.
So it's like I'm a people's person. I will always be nice. I will always be respectful, but I really not a people's person. Like. I like my space. I like my time where nobody is even thinking of me. Party promotion has made me more known, even more than I already know a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like before any party promotion, before any club, I already knew a lot of people. I walk in the club now. I spend at least the first 2 hours saying hello to people.
She's not lying.
And the thing is, as a female, if I'm aggressively telling people, okay, I don't feel like talking today, how does that work?
Yeah.
And then once again, you never know if my kindness today will make you come to me tomorrow and be like, oh, no, I'm going with Tandra. Tandra was a good time. So I can't turn around to people and be like, don't talk to me. I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. So it's hard. Also, I just have a theory.
What's your theory?
I have a theory.
So what's the theory?
And I feel like, especially when it comes to booking men who are familiar with other male promoters,
Mm-hmm.
they be choosing. And they're always going to choose the man over you.
Eugene.
It's harder to book a table sometimes with that.
Really?
And sometimes he could say the opposite of that,
Mm-hmm.
it's easier for me because maybe they like me.
Maybe they like you.
In majority of the cases, they see me as somebody that's just using them for a table. So it's not about like.
It's not about like. Okay, Eugene, what you gonna piggyback on?
For me, this is my partner in crime, right? So we have a lot of mutual friends.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a woman that we both know,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna book through with Tandra.
Not always.
9 times out of 10, they're gonna
Mhm.
book with Tandra.
Okay.
The only time they're gonna book with me
Mm-hmm.
is if I have to add some money on top to secure the booking.
Okay. Okay.
And that's happened.
Okay.
Another woman will ask their female friend to put up on them, like depending on the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like a friend of a friend,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna feel more comfortable saying, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
this is all we have to work with. Is there
Mhm.
anything you can do?"
Mm-hmm.
And me knowing the number in the back of my head that I have to reach, I'm like, if I have to spend $100 or $200
Mm-hmm.
to make this sale, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, it used to be outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers were egregious, like it was crazy.
Okay.
And I just had to tell myself, look at what you're making
Mm-hmm.
versus what you're spending.
The question.
So you can give yourself
Because what are you getting out of it?
a budget. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
At least, worst come to worst, if I spend what I'm about to get back,
Mm-hmm.
like Silent Independence Day, that was a nice check. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
My birthday nice check is around Ghana Independence.
Okay.
So it made those make sense.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or with her birthday, we're going out for New Year's.
Okay.
That makes sense because everyone's out for New Year's.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, just being a male promoter, I understand what you're saying as far as like guys feeling comfortable just saying, you know what, I'm gonna pull up with you, because as a man, if someone's down bad, they're not gonna come to a woman and say, "Can you help me with this section?" They're not gonna tell you.
Okay.
So but they're gonna
tell you.
He would tell another man that he trusts because he's expecting that man to be like, "Oh, well, I could add to this to make it happen regardless."
Okay.
If they have that, depending on the relationship.
Okay. So do you feel like it's easier? You would say, is it easier to book tables as a man or a woman, or is it equal to just who you know?
I feel like it's same effort, but the potential as a woman is higher because you can play the game.
You can. I mean, yeah.
Me as a man, the only way I'm playing the game is if I'm selling front to MILFs or something.
Yeah.
You know, sugar mamas. That's it. But I'm not doing that.
I mean, yeah, because if someone likes you, they're
willing to do whatever.
They're willing to do whatever.
And even that is a reach.
But then
you can also be, so it's like some girls it works because they do whatever that.
Okay, that's gonna say yeah.
Being a female who's not gonna get
exactly.
You know, the girls be outside.
Yeah.
But for a young lady like me,
you're not gonna.
You know, and that's the thing though. So that's also the stereotype that gets placed on you though.
Okay.
You know, I get called a flirt, for instance, right?
But think about it.
I'm just being nice.
You're just being nice. I was gonna say. Is it bad to flirt to get a table? I don't think that's bad, right?
No, I don't flirt to get a table.
You won't flirt.
I just tell you, you need to get the table.
You need to get a table.
But I'm actually very direct, though.
You're
That's
direct.
the funny part.
Okay.
I'm actually very direct with most of these people. Like, come on, just get the table. And once again, if it seems like I'm begging you, it's okay.
But my thing is like, why does it seem like it's begging? Like, isn't it like a simple, I want to do the table? Like, sometimes you have to really convince people.
As I said,
you have to convince people.
Really? They be choosing.
Why do you have to convince people to book a table?
I mean, when it comes to convincing people, it's a lot of money to get a section.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm convincing you on why you and your group should celebrate here and spend $1,000+ with me.
Okay.
For one day.
Over somewhere else.
Over a small duration of time.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Versus you traveling versus anything else that you could do. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But it's ultimately up to whoever it is that wants to celebrate if they want to do something that's a new experience, or maybe it's someone that's already done the club for their birthday 1 year. So they might not want to do the same thing next year and the year after that and stuff like that. So it really just depends on your pitch and the party that you're a part of. You know,
Okay.
if you're selling a whack experience, no one's gonna spend the money.
No one's gonna spend the money.
Or if I've brought you into a place that I do parties at and you haven't seen me spend $1, why would that be the case?
All right, y'all. So, I know y'all work for different clubs, but what is your favorite club in the DMV? Be honest. Outside of the clubs you work at. Or if it's really the club that you work at, you can say that.
Let's do outside of the club.
And I'm going to say my favorite club, too.
I say it depends on two things, music and just overall, like, aesthetics and vibes. Sometimes the music hits at this place too, but it's not always where I want it to be. But the aesthetic and vibe is always what I want it to be.
I feel like I know what you're gonna say.
And that's Darna.
Stop!
I love me some.
You know what is crazy? I went to Darna for the first time like this summer, and it is so nice in there. Like the aesthetics, it's very nice. Yeah. But I think I didn't go on a lit night because it was very dry, and it was a Sunday.
The music is sometimes.
No, I'll say this. Sundays are back there.
Yeah. They're back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunday nights, yeah.
I went recently and I was like so happy. I was the happiest girl.
Really? Okay, I gotta go.
And I only went for like 1 hour. And I had the time of my life.
Okay.
And so a place that is just all around, like, it's hard for me not to have fun there unless I really just don't know nobody in there. It's Citizens.
Citizens is the time.
Yeah. But then can I pick one that I actually work with?
Okay, so one is Darna.
Two or one or two that
you could
outside of where you work.
And then one. Okay. So
my favorite one to work at is Rose Bar. I don't care what, like, nobody could tell me anything wrong about Rose Bar.
I always see Rose Bar on TikTok. People love it.
I love Rose Bar like so bad. Like, Rose Bar is my baby. And it's not even my baby. I don't know.
You know, one thing I can say about Rose Bar, like, I've never seen someone said Rose Bar is not lit. Or even if, like, every time on TikTok, people are like, you know how people say what to do in DC? Everyone's like a staple, you gotta go to Rose Bar. Like, I feel like Rose Bar has built that reputation when you come to DC. It's like Park. Okay. You gotta go to Park for brunch, you gotta go to Rose Bar.
Let me make it clear, though. It's Rose Bar on Sunday.
On Sunday.
Day party.
But people be going on Saturdays, though, but I know you're not.
It's not, they not like us.
They're not like okay. I can't do this. Okay.
For real.
So Rose Bar.
So my whole thing is, though, with Rose Bar, it's like sizing. Like, people don't like it, but I literally, Rose Bar can do no wrong in my eyes. Like,
I had a section there last year for my birthday. A time was had.
They'll bring out the cake, the posters,
a time was
the
had.
bubbles,
everything.
Yeah.
And I think out of like all of the Sadiddy clubs, I'll agree. Like, Rose Bar, the day party, has changed my whole perspective. Because before, I was working a job, and then one of my friends said, "Why haven't you ever like tried to promote for Rose Bar?" And then I was just like, and then literally like 2 days later, I got the call and said, "Hey, we're about to start this thing." Da 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 da. And I said, "This is actually crazy."
It was destiny. Wow.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Like, it was that crazy.
Oh, wow.
Hold on, so you agree that Rose Bar is your favorite party that you do, or no?
That's not what I said.
Okay.
That's what I said.
No, okay, well,
I got my baby.
Okay.
So, baby, but yeah.
No. What's up? I will. Shout out to Casa Mikasa. You already know, each and every Saturday.
So that's your favorite?
No.
Okay.
My party.
You have never been. I need to go there.
You'll come. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm gonna come.
Even this weekend, come through.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Section is there already.
Okay, all right. Everything's there.
No door problem.
No door. Okay, just free.
Zero. Just
enter. Okay.
Bring your ID. That's it.
That's it.
Nah. So when you said Darna, I've actually been there on their Latin night, which is Thursdays, and that's been phenomenal. I actually like it. You know, I listen to reggaeton. I listen to dembow. So
what type of crowd is it? Is it just?
no, that's like a Latin crowd. You'll have some Africans in there.
Oh wow!
But like, I like to experience nightlife outside of ours, so we can just get a perspective of how service, timeliness, everything's supposed to be.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
My favorite place to host at as an MC. Is
you're a great MC, guys. Great MC. Book him.
Nah, I
great.
appreciate that, yo.
He's great. He does it all, and he does photography too.
Like
Book him. You really do it all.
Yeah.
Like you do it all. But anyway, jack of all trades.
Yeah.
I love culture in DC.
Okay, I have not been
there. So
there.
it's on the bottom of Vera Cocina in Ivy City. So if you know where Throw Social is, it's around that area.
Okay.
But it's a time.
So is it like when is it? Is it every day?
No, it's not every day, but they have something going on every weekend, I believe. So they do things from house to EDM to Amapiano. Sometimes Afro beats. It just depends.
They've been doing. I don't know if you guys heard. They've been doing this Apiano event at Hakal. Have you guys heard of that? So yeah, Apiano has. I've been seeing that they've been using Hakal as an event space.
It's been an Amapiano summer.
Yeah. So that's your favorite place to MC. So is that your favorite club too?
It's hard for me to say I've had a favorite club, but I'll say the place I spent most of my money has been Rose Bar.
Rose Bar.
Yeah.
Okay, Rose Bar.
With a good cause behind it.
With a good cause.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think for me.
So in the end, he agreed.
With Rose Bar
is his favorite.
It's my favorite place to party.
The party?
Sukasa's my baby.
Sukasa. Tanya, have you been to Sukasa?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't been. I
think it's a good vibe.
It's a good vibe.
I'm once again, I'm not the type of person who, if I say I need to be at a section, it's because I'm just trying to be bougie or prove a point. But besides that, I don't care.
Okay.
As you can see, like when we go out most of the time, I'd let y'all stand in the section before I say let me go stand at the tippy top.
Okay.
I do it just because me not so babu.
I cannot.
Let me not
I cannot. I'm trying to think
whatever the caption subtitles.
I'm trying to think
what a baboon. But
you guys are crazy.
But yeah, like so like Sukasa, like I'm actually mad I didn't get to experience it the way I wanted to. Yeah. But when you just want like a chill, but also very vibrant, very energetic party, it's Sukasa.
Let me add on this. Listen, if you haven't whined on a cute guy in a long time, make your way to Sukasa. The lights are dim.
It's bashment.
It's a bashment.
That's what, but you know what's crazy?
I think sexy.
What's that Sean Paul song? It's like,
what song?
Girl, you make me holla, girl, you make me. He said, I can't.
Okay, I'm
the issue of my mind. It's the XSL wine. Dirty.
What? Okay. Oh, I'm still in love with you. Okay. No, but I'm not gonna lie. The advertisement I've been seeing for it gives bashment. So that's why I've been wanting to go because it doesn't get too clubby, sectiony, and sometimes I don't want that. So yeah. And is that something, Sukasa, has that been something that's been going on for a minute or it's just started more this year?
That's just been the whole identity. Like,
okay. Because I just started seeing
I enjoy going out, having my own space, celebrating and cheersing success at these like fine establishments, right? Rose Bar, Saint, Abigail. I do that, right? But we're all grown up now, and we definitely miss being able to like
2016
dance and not being judged for how we look dancing.
Yeah. Get up here.
Let's dance. Yeah, let's dance. I can't. Okay.
Yeah, and it's just like there's little moments in the party where we get to be animated. Well, mainly because I'm the MC.
Okay.
But for example, the GM might text me and say, run $10 Casamigo shots right now. 30 minutes.
And then everyone would get high.
And then I'll say, guys, guess what? I'll turn the music off.
Oh.
And I'll say, guys, guess what? There's $10 shots in the bar, fellas. Look at the ratio. Da, 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 da.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So it's like, it's gimmicky, but like you will never get that at the other place.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
Out of
everything is
section
just
is like-
hidden
Yeah.
behind the facade of the club.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, no, I'm gonna put myself in your shoes, not your bank account, but your shoes, and I'm gonna give you an incentive to go and get that drink.
That drink. Okay.
You feel me?
That makes sense.
So,
I like that.
it's
I
different.
think for me, what's my favorite? Honestly, I really like Rose Bar. Like I really like my birthday last year. I had such a time, but like I feel like for me, I like more day parties more. Like I was gonna ask y'all for you guys. Do you notice that like, do you feel like night parties do more success or day parties do more success, or is it like the same?
Holiday weekends, day parties
Depends
do
on
more.
the day, the weekend. And
Okay.
What people wanna do.
Holiday. So day parties do more success for
On
holidays.
holiday weekends.
On holiday weekends. Okay.
Yeah, on that Sunday in particular.
On that Sunday. Okay.
Yeah, because people don't day party as hard on Saturdays than they do on Sundays. You go to brunch and immediately you want to do something after.
Yeah.
Are there even any day parties
On Saturdays?
There are, right?
On Saturdays? I think
Not
there's a day party at Rose Bar.
not a strong one.
not
It's
a
not a
strong
prominent
one.
one.
Not a prominent
If
one.
you're doing a one-off party like a everyday people or sold out dates, people will come on a Saturday.
Not through a whole body. You guys don't feel lit? You guys are lit. And
How much does this thing cost?
It's only like $16.
$9.
I'm gonna buy a case.
You're gonna buy a case?
Yes, I did. The wine bottle's gone.
This is dangerous.
They're gonna know what happened.
Creates babies. Okay. On a good night, you can create a child. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, like that.
No, you couldn't. Casamigo can do that too.
Almost did.
Ooh.
My first time having this.
Highly recommend, right?
Yeah.
10 out of 10. All right, guys. All right, we're getting back. All right, guys. So as you guys work in the nightlife industry and, you know, you guys have a lot of friends and family, do you guys feel like you get a lot of support from them? Or do you guys feel like you could get more support, or what are ways they do support you? Yeah.
I feel like for me, in the beginning, it was a little harder.
Okay.
Because I made the transition from not only being a bartender, not only being a photographer, but now it's like you want to put yourself in the mix. That's what it was labeled as back then. And my whole reason for getting into it really was, of course, there's perks and stuff that we joke about, but ultimately, I wanted nightlife to feel like it could be a thing for everybody again.
Okay.
You know, because after the pandemic, it kind of like did a lot of damage to what like nightlife culture was. You know, there was a point in time where the general admission mattered, and then you had the VIP. The pandemic came and everyone grew up from general admission to VIP. There's literally a point in time,
and even general admission went up
during the pandemic, where if you blink twice, there was all the tables are sold out to where you want to be at, just because everyone had the money to just sit down and post up.
I didn't party in the pandemic. I heard the pandemic party time was.
It was crazy.
I heard it was a time.
It was. You hold it up.
It was.
Hold them down.
I did not party during the pandemic. I was really locked in, like, and I had like Atlanta, Houston were crazy.
When we was back outside after the pandemic, we was outside.
Y'all was outside.
PPP holding them down.
No, y'all was outside. I saw y'all stories.
For that at this point.
And did y'all get COVID?
Yeah, the first time I went out, I got COVID.
Did y'all get COVID?
I got COVID.
Okay.
And mind you, I didn't even make it inside of the club that day, and I still got COVID.
Wow.
I had COVID before I knew what COVID was.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I feel weak. I can't taste my food.
No, that's really what happened to me.
I can't smell anything.
Yeah, you can't smell it. It's actually
like,
very bad.
You feel very blank.
Yeah, you do.
Drained.
You do. No, you really do.
This is how
COVID
it feels
is
to be sick.
No, it's not. COVID is not for weak guys, but so you do. So now, so in the beginning, like you said, your friends labeled it as and family as being in the mix. But as they, you know, as they grew upon it, they've now supported you more. And like, because I feel like nightlife is not all about being. It's not about being in the mix. It's about creating a vibe, bringing people together, and it's like you can make a lot of money in this industry. And I feel like people don't view it as that.
They don't.
They view it as like.
They just view it as you just want to be out all the time.
But it's not. It's not that.
Yeah, I've stopped talking to people because of that. Like, don't play with me.
Don't play with you.
Like,
it's actually a business.
There's a difference between me and you. You go out because you wanted to go out, and now I've helped you have a good time.
Yeah.
But me, on the other hand, like sometimes I go to, the events that we throw, and I don't even want to be there.
Okay.
But like I'd rather be somewhere else, not because there's something wrong with the venue or the event that we're throwing. I just, everybody
It's
needs
work.
something new.
It's
It's work compared to actually just willingly going somewhere just because you want to.
You want to, and I think people don't know that. I was gonna say too, like, is how you guys.
It's like they try to downplay it. Like, I've had people tell me stuff like, "I don't want you beefing over club business." Like, be quiet.
No, you're not doing.
Be quiet. Sorry, the person knows who they are. I love you though.
Oh God.
But like it's just like be quiet. At the end of the day, it's cool. Like you're not in the field, so you don't know how it feels.
Yeah.
But it's like when you're in it, you know how it feels.
You know what it feels. You know what it takes.
And it's still a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody got different personalities, so it's just like, yeah, family and friends. I've fallen out with a lot of friends.
Wow.
Just because don't play with me, don't know my lifestyle.
Your lifestyle.
Shut you down.
I think people are so quick to judge too, and people don't know, like, again, what it takes to actually be.
It's like they just feel like I'm sick. Well, me, that's also a part of the cons of being a female promoter. I feel like they just feel like I don't have the. I trust me. There's a lot of stuff I don't know about nightlife, but there's a lot of stuff that I do.
Yeah.
At the same time, people underestimate how many things I hear, and I just don't speak about.
You know, yeah.
So it's just like I'll know something, I just don't care because it's not my business to know.
Yeah.
So I'll never tell you I know, but now you're assuming that you're just talking because you don't know this and this and this. Oh, you just started promoting, kind of like before we got here when we was on the phone. Like, you just started doing this. That doesn't take away from my experience.
Exactly.
I can sit back and observe what Eugene's going through alone, and that teaches me the lessons I need to know.
Exactly.
I don't do that because I don't want to.
Yeah.
Not because I can't. Don't sleep on me.
Don't sleep on her, okay?
No, cheers to that.
Don't do it. Don't sleep. Cheers to that. Love it. Cheers to y'all. Cheers to y'all. Love that. And I was gonna say, so because you guys, Tandra, you said sometimes you don't want to be out, even though you have to work. How do you avoid burnout? Like, do you guys get tired? Like, what do y'all do? Do y'all sleep enough?
I'm tired now. I'm tired.
I got home right before 5 last night, and I'm here.
How y'all do it? I mean, maybe because your body can function on certain hours. Me,
during the weekend, I was getting home 6 o'clock. I think Friday into Saturday, I didn't even go home.
Okay, guys. So you guys been talking a lot about, again, party promotion. You guys been giving us the ins and outs, the challenges, the pros and cons. So what does it really take to make an event and party successful from start to finish? Like, we would just be seeing the flyers and posting, like, okay, we go to the place, the party's lit. But I want to know, like, how do y'all make it lit? How do you create the vibe, the venue? Like, how does that all come about? Because a lot of us don't know. We just show up and party. But what does it take as you guys for it to be successful?
I don't throw parties, but one thing I will say,
Timing.
Meaning you have to give yourself enough time for the hype to build up for your event.
Okay.
But also you don't want to give it too much time. You don't want to give it too little time.
Okay.
So it's like, I think timing, most of the time when I go somewhere that I have a ball at, is because I've known about it for a bit of time. But
you known about it?
Yeah, but everybody's talking about it. Everybody's saying they
there's hype around it. It's like,
but then it's a lot of stuff that maybe he could explain. Music.
Yeah, Eugene.
It's really a team effort in order to make these events happen. You can be someone that has a grand idea, but if you don't have your solid bodies, and if you're not able to delegate the positions correctly, you're not gonna have the event that you want to have.
Okay.
You spoke on timing, which is very important. I feel like every successful event is a difference between weeklies and like one-offs.
Yeah.
Right? If you're doing a one-off, I think you need a month of preparation at least.
Oh, really?
To get the word out there.
Wow.
To get the word out there. If it's something that you're selling sections
even a month seems too short.
Wow.
Yeah, even if it's if you're selling sections at this event, you want to now locate the people that are gonna book it. Of course, you have your friends that can support you, but You don't want to burn your friends out.
Yeah.
Always bringing them out to have them pop bottles for you here, support you there, that type of thing.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you have on top of your team. You can put people into roles, but you also want to make sure your team knows people as well.
Yeah.
It's very important because sometimes people will have a recurring group of friends that they'll bring out. And yes, they fill the space, but that's not it. That's just about it. You know what I mean? You have some people that don't ever want to understand I'm late, so I have to pay something today.
Yeah.
Or they'll understand the concept of a section, but they'll wait for you to bring something out and they won't even ask how it's paid for or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when it comes to running a successful event, it's business first, and you're not supposed to look at it from an emotional standpoint.
Okay.
You know, like I want you to come through and enjoy this event, but also understand that the time that I'm willing to give to you when I'm not running my own thing is different when it's my own thing.
Okay.
You know, so it's just everything that I'm giving you all the information in advance. So that way, you know, as a friend, if I drop the ball on any of these things, it's my fault. It's not Eugene's fault. It's not Tasha's fault. It's not your fault.
Okay.
You know? So yeah, everything from having a strong door staff to having professional security.
And strong don't mean rude.
No. You gotta be polite.
You lose customers that way.
Okay.
People will walk away. There's so many options.
Oh yeah, now. I will. I don't like
there's so many options. And the thing is, people remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People remember, yeah. I remember who was rude to me. I do too. And I'm like, ooh, I remember what club too. I remember the club too, yeah. So yeah.
I had somebody yesterday. We went to the club. He had gotten in a fight like a couple months ago with some girl. And when one of the security guards was breaking her up, he was a bit too aggressive and busted her lip. So now we walk up to the club yesterday. She's like, oh no, let me put my shades on because he did too much. He busted my lip, and I don't even want him to see me. Blah blah blah. Not only did he bust her lip, I don't think he realized he busted her lip in the moment. But then he also, you know yourself. He also recorded it and posted it on Instagram.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, I mean it's his thing, cool. But I don't think he realized that he did that to her. So it's like she's over here harboring feelings. Yeah. And she doesn't even know he don't even remember the last thing that happened. He don't even remember ever seeing her.
Oh, that's not good.
So,
not holding himself accountable at all. Wow. All right, guys. I love that breakdown. Well, thank you guys so much for that breakdown. And y'all can see it's not easy running a party. So anytime you guys are going to these events and these parties, again, these promoters, they work hard. There's a lot that goes into it. And yeah, just make sure when you go there, you have fun. Because I know sometimes too, a lot of people that go there, they can give you guys ever get a hard time from people that are partying?
Yeah.
I was about to say. Exactly. Y'all stop complaining. Stop saying is it lit.
It depends on where you go.
Okay.
It does. Most of the time, people who are there to just party are there to just party. And it's also a difference between being me, who I'm just a sub promoter, and being Eugene, who's throwing the whole party.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So he's gonna get complaints that I wouldn't ever really get.
You wouldn't get, yeah. I know,
but
you look over it. Eugene's over here rubbing the city.
When I used to work the door, I used to get complaints all the time. Oh, y'all tell y'all bottle girl, she's rude. Tell your security guard he too rough with me. Or people complain about me.
But then my thing is, can y'all solve their problem? What can y'all do?
You can't please everybody.
I was saying you can't please everybody.
Yeah.
You could minimize the amount of problems you're gonna have.
Okay.
You can communicate with your DJs.
Come to the club drunk and complain anyway.
That too. They will.
Yeah. I mean, you really can't control people. People are gonna do what they want to do.
You can look at it from the standpoint of like, all right, cool. If this is a person that's filing a complaint that is subjective, or like you can tell. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I love that. All right, guys, thanks for that breakdown. But we about to get into a little game. Tantra and me came up with this little game, guys, that I thought would be so much fun.
We kept it a secret, y'all.
I don't know if you know about the game, but I'm about to explain it to y'all. So, guys, we're going to do a little game. It's called Do's and Don'ts in the Club. So I'm going to read a bunch of scenarios, and I'm going to ask y'all Is this a do or a don't in the club? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go through the scenarios. Y'all.
The first one, you can
like that.
answer it first.
I can't see like that, so that's why the
You can
laptop is
answer
up
it first. I want you to answer it first.
All right. So tell me when y'all ready.
Okay.
Y'all ready? Y'all conscious? Y'all good? Okay. Y'all not too lit? Okay. All right, guys. I'll be reading off the screen. So, first one. A girl has on 6-inch heels walking into the club. She's in a section with her friends and is standing on the couch, but gets worried that she might fall. Her friend says just to take them off, so she does, but gets too drunk, ends up leaving the club barefoot. Do or don't?
Don't.
Don't.
Put the flats in the bag.
Put the flats in the bag.
Okay, so I get confused.
I agree.
As a female, right? Because I feel like people even frown upon the fact that you have flats in your bag.
I come with flats in my bag now. I'm sorry.
Let me
always
tell you
flats
something.
In my bag.
Are you either
No, honestly.
are you either gonna put your bare feet on the ground or wear flats?
My feet can't touch it. Yeah, my feet can't touch the floor. No. But I think the whole point with the whole heels concept. So I don't think it's anything wrong with taking your heels off in the club.
No,
but a lot of people frown upon the fact that you even took the heel off. Period.
Oh, I don't.
Even if it's to change to flat.
No.
But you know what I noticed?
Because me as a man,
the dirty ground, I'm okay.
As a man, I want a woman to be comfortable at all times. Do what you have to do.
Exactly. But the thing is, I think people like it's just, I don't want to say the aesthetic, but people like when you come in with heels, it's more the aesthetic. It's like, okay, she's with heels.
It makes you look like a real lady.
Yeah, like, it makes you real, like, real and nice. But at the end of the day, I'm not about to be dancing all in heels.
And then I see all these videos of people pouring like numbing spray on their fingers, on their toes.
Feet, on their feet.
I'm not doing that.
I don't know if that works.
I will literally just put on sandals. I'm not putting numbing spray. I don't know how that's affecting my skin. Any of that, I will not do that.
But the only case, has there ever been a case where like someone stole somebody's shoes? Because then that's the thing too. When you do have that, you have to like make sure. Wait, pause. The thing is, when you're at the club, you have to make sure like your shoes are in a secure place. Because you have to find a little corner. You have to find a corner, Tanja, where the shoes
stole your flats, baby.
She stole your heels.
She stole your heels.
If they're expensive heels, I'm sorry. I'm not saying they're gonna steal it, but
she stole your YSL heels, your Louis. She stole your
especially when you're in a section where you don't know nobody. You just got invited last minute. I feel like I would be cautious, maybe not to, because what if you don't know the people in there.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
You just don't do it.
I mean, yeah.
That's why most people say that.
Don't.
Just don't do it. But
I'm bringing flats.
I'm gonna come in the club with my flats or take my heels off 10 minutes in.
10 minutes in. I'm leaving with flats.
I'm always constantly moving around the club, so I need to.
Yeah.
I need to. I can.
I feel like people take heels more now for pictures too. When girls it's more for pictures.
Yeah, that's what it is. I will take pictures in the heels and come in the club with flats on style.
Yeah,
not too much.
All right, y'all. Okay, next one. All right, guys. A group of girls get invited to a section full of men. They arrive 30 minutes after the men get there, so the bottles are at the table already. They ask for the drinks, and the men tell them, "Go ahead, pour yourself a drink." So they continue pouring themselves drinks for the rest of the night. Do or don't?
I'm gonna say it's a do.
I'm gonna say don't.
Don't tell me. First of all, okay, I came here. I got here late. Honestly, if we really gonna talk about it, as a man, you should have poured my drink for me when I get to the table. Even if I was there when the bottles came, you grabbed the bottle, or you want a drink. I'm used to men catering to me when it comes to that. So it's just like, pour my drink, first of all. I don't care if I came 30 minutes late. You got an attitude, kick me out the section before that. Don't make me pour my own drink. Because then you're putting me in a position where I don't know if I'm supposed to pour my drinks for the rest of the night now. And now when I start grabbing the bottle, y'all over here feeling some type of way because now y'all drunk. And y'all feel like, oh, I'm taking advantage of y'all because you told me to grab the bottle and pour a drink. So it's a do. It's a sticky situation. But I don't think it's a don't, but I don't think it's a do.
No,
so, okay.
I think ultimately it's a don't because
it's a don't. Okay.
A woman shouldn't have to serve themselves
at the section.
when there's a whole bunch of men that could easily
Yeah.
make sure she's
it's
good.
a don't on the guy side there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you're a woman, like, it's free shit, why not? You know, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it does get dicey when there's like thousands of dollars worth of bottles on the table and you don't know how these men are going to approach you, or you don't know, all right, she took a shot of my Azul. Now I need her number. What if she
But
don't
I
want to
think
give
the
you the number?
crazy
You know?
part is,
Mhm.
though,
Little
they
things
were
like that.
invited to this club
They were invited.
Mhm.
by the guys
Yeah.
whose table they're
Anything
at.
could switch.
Yeah.
When you have alcohol,
Thank you. Anything could switch.
anything can switch.
Have you ever had a nigga, a group of guys switch up on you after they invited you?
I feel like
to the
they get
table?
more lit and they get more fun. They don't really switch up. They'd be
Okay.
like,
Yeah, thank
I've
God.
had a lot of people. I've had a man tell me to get out of his section.
oh, I
Because
haven't
told
had
him
that.
not to touch me a certain way. It was crazy.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It was crazy. Like it was at Saints.
Oh God, that night.
It was at Saints. And mind you, I was with like my guy friends and stuff. And sadly, it's hard for people to believe that people have platonic relationships with men. And he was pressing it. My guy friend finally was like, "Bruh, just go to the section. Give me a shot too."
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, ask him if I could get a bottle at the section. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, okay. I didn't really want to be there for real.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he just kept on touching me, like the hand was moving too far down, like. And I'm just, I said, baby, my comfortability matters more than being at a section.
That's a don't.
I will go to the club and not drink the whole night, and I will be fine.
You know, something I noticed with being in sections with guys, I feel like sometimes like they feel entitled and proud because you're in my section, I'm paying for it. So sometimes they feel like they can touch you certain ways, look at you. They feel like if they ask you for their number and you don't give it to them, they feel a type of way. But it's just like, I feel like I'm here to have fun. Why can't it just be like that? But for guys, sometimes I feel like it's always a hidden agenda. Like,
you were gonna spend those thousands of dollars either way.
Exactly. Jean, how do you feel about that? Because I know you be seeing.
Me, I just ultimately I want people to have a good time.
You want people to have a good time.
Yeah.
I never got into nightlife to get women.
Yeah.
Just always gotten women. So
yeah.
Sorry guys.
Sorry to tell you. All right, y'all. We're gonna go with the last scenario. All right, guys. Last one. All right. Okay. So a guy buys a section for his birthday. Him and his boys pregame prior to arriving to the club.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get to the club and order 2 Azuls, 1 1942, and 2 Aces of Spades. He got money. Okay, he got money. All right. The guy consumes at least 80% of the liquor, and it's starting to show. His friends tell him to take a seat and relax, but next thing you know, he begins to throw up in this section. Do or don't. That's a don't.
I know somebody who did this.
That's a don't.
You inspired me.
Control yourself.
I'm not going to talk about you, but they call you Table 109 at Abigail. Okay, we're not sorry. I'm sorry. You my dog. Don't do that. Okay.
It's a don't, Sandra.
It's a don't. Like
DONT.
No, man. I'm sorry. Y'all drink every other type of liquor. I feel like women, we limit ourselves to one, honestly, which is tequila and champagne.
Yeah.
Y'all could drink cognac. Y'all could drink gin. Y'all could drink vodka, rum. And I guess that's why y'all be getting so loose.
Loose
so fresh.
Crazy.
Loose is great, but I should never.
Loose is crazy word.
Because that's loose business. I should never see you throwing up.
I mean,
in a club, man or woman, but definitely not a man.
You said it's a birthday.
I don't care. Throw up.
Wait,
even if I threw up in the club, it was in the corner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, if I feel like I have to like throw up, let's go to the bathroom real quick. Make sure I don't do it in front of people.
Yeah.
And then if I'm still good, let's go back.
And throw up again.
No. I stay on my shade out like this.
You're going to.
No.
Nobody throws up just once and it's done.
It depends.
It depends. No, some people do, Tony. They just need once and they're good and they're back out active. I'm telling you.
I'm
After
telling
all
you.
that liquor, you're throwing up because go get food and go home.
Go get food and go home.
Get some
So
water.
once you start throwing up, it's time to go home. Time to hang
Guess
it up.
what?
Me, I don't stop.
If my bill is $5,500, I'm gonna throw up in the bathroom and I'm coming back.
The bathroom, but don't even look like you've been throwing up. Like he started falling asleep in the section. Come on.
Oh yeah.
In the
No,
scenario, like come on.
My friends cannot have me looking like that. I won't even allow myself
I'm like,
to look
birthday
like
or
that.
not,
No
like you came here looking good. You on your grown man stuff, and then now you're throwing up in the section. Like a month ago now, we had somebody who came and popped. They spent a big amount of money in the club.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that man limp out the club. And you are sitting here throwing up in the club. He bought over 14 bottles in that club.
That's a lot.
1,000 each.
That's crazy. What, y'all?
1,000 each.
That's crazy.
That's how much. $14,000 was spent.
Get money, though. Get money.
The pandemic.
Big money. I would have
big money.
Turks and Caicos. But yeah, I didn't even see that man limp.
Some people just know how to control themselves better. But I feel like at this age,
I'm saying is 14 bottles of whatever.
Yeah, and you
$1,000 liquor.
And he was.
And you were okay.
And you were
At some point, you have a bottle to yourself, multiple bottles to yourself, and you did not throw up.
Yeah.
You're a soldier.
No,
so if you bought 2 Azul, one 1942, and 2 Ace of Spades, you're throwing up. No.
It's a don't.
What were you drinking at the pregame? You should have had that expensive liquor at the pregame.
No, honestly.
So you could have been training yourself for the club.
It's a don't. Throwing up in the club is just, that's how me too. I don't even like to get too drunk. I like to feel tipsy now.
My early days, I'm not gonna lie, I had to go in the corner sometimes and let it go in a bucket.
But now
that was only maybe once or twice. I don't even remember. Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Besides that, like I was saying to somebody yesterday, like y'all have never had to carry me out this club.
So you've never blacked out?
I've never been carried.
I've blacked out, guys. It's not been.
She be sleeping in the club.
Y'all, I be sleeping. Anyway, guys, thanks for playing the game. That was fun. That was fun because I feel like those scenarios have happened before, especially the one with the heels with the girls. Cause that's one.
A constant
that's a constant one. But that's why, guys, ladies.
Even the bottle one is.
It is. Ladies, bring flats. Just bring flats or just bring sandals. Like, come on. Yeah. Okay. So you guys have talked about the do's and don'ts of a club. Mm-hmm. So what are some do's and don'ts of promoting? Like what's not happening, what's happening.
If you're going to build a relationship with somebody else's client, like you know that person through them bringing them around, at least say so.
Okay, be honest, say something.
Because essentially it might turn, or just respectfully don't steal that person's client. Okay. Or if that person's client is trying to book through you, make it a collab thing between you and the person who put you on.
Okay.
Unless the person who put you on low key. I don't know. Actually, no. There's a difference between somebody putting you on with a client and you meeting a client because somebody else brought them out. It's kind of still a difference. So,
that makes sense.
Communicate.
Just communicate that.
Don't lie.
Ooh, that's a big one. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Just
tell the truth, no matter how bad it is.
Back in the day, promoters used to be lying.
Really? What would they lie about?
Yes, they would lie. Especially to us, the girls, they used to be lying to us. But now,
okay, don't do it.
I think they understand.
That's a don't.
Don't invite girls to the section if you don't know what bottles come in. Yeah.
Oh, really?
That pisses me off. Sometimes the people who you invite out do that.
That's so bad.
It's bad. Why?
It's bad. It's like, imagine you get dolled up and I sit you in a section. There's no hookah coming. There's no drinks coming. You're just using it as a waiting area.
Oh.
That's not the business.
And then they end up going to another table, so that's what creates table hopping.
Oh, okay. I got it.
And that's embarrassing.
Okay.
Because it's not even like the type of bottles you'll order. Because I think in this day and age right now, if you're in a comfortable space, there's hookah and there's some kind of liquor, You're gonna indulge. Even if I buy all Hennessy, you're gonna drink it.
You're gonna drink it, yeah.
You're gonna drink it.
Yeah.
You're gonna look at it and be like, Hennessy. I'm
Well,
like,
yeah, I'm gonna walk away.
I don't drink Henny though.
you know what I mean?
We don't drink Henny until
I'm not saying that's what I'm ordering.
I'm joking.
No, I'm clearing myself up, fool, because
No,
I put it.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that lying is a big no-no. You can't tell these girls that, all right, send a picture for your host and flyer, and I'm gonna give you a bottle of liquor. You know what I mean? When you know damn well that liquor is a champagne.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Liquor to champagne, that's crazy.
Let's be real.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Do better, guys. Do better.
Another, what would I say?
Oh, come at any time. I'm gonna get you it for free.
Oh,
that's
no.
The biggest
There's
one.
a cutoff time.
You're stressing the door girls out.
I know. There's sometimes I stress them out a little bit.
Just don't do anything. Don't sell yourself short. Like, don't do anything that you know you can't wholeheartedly say you could, stand 10 toes down.
And let me defend the door girls right now, right? The door girls have to be mean because they're dealing with all types of attitudes from people. They're troopers because they can walk away. And now our business is spoiled.
It's like everybody can make everyone's job easier. So it's like a group collab.
Correct.
But sometimes it's like door girls need to understand it's not our fault, and we need to understand they're just following the rules I've already set in place.
Yeah, and I think us as people that go to club, we be getting. I'm not gonna lie, we be getting mad at the door girls. Like, come on, it's only 5 more minutes. We only 5 minutes late, but it's just like, nah. Like, I get why it's a business. I get it. I used to get mad because I'm like, I'm only 5 minutes late, but like, I mean, I get it. It's a business, so they're just doing their job.
Yeah.
What's another day?
I think we've been doing don'ts. Let's do do's.
Do's. Okay, what's the do and promotion? And party promotion.
As much as you shouldn't sell yourself short, don't ever be afraid to get the things that are promised to you and that are offered to you. Like, take a hold of all the benefits.
Yeah.
Whether that's a free bottle to 12, whatever, free champagne bottle for a group of 6 people.
No, I'll even give an example right now, right? The party was slow the other day. The rule of thumb is sell a section, and depending on your position in the party, you could bring out what we call a comp.
A comp.
You know what I mean? So essentially, a comp is a bottle that the establishment is taking care of.
Okay.
On behalf of the promoters.
Okay.
So being a partner at one of these events, the party was slow.
Okay.
But there was other promoters around. We chipped in. We got a bottle. And then I communicated. I said, hey, this was done. This is the best we can do. Can we use this?
Okay.
And then we got another bottle that was complimented.
Oh.
So sometimes being a promoter, that perk of having that is very essential because no one in a group of 10 is just going to drink one bottle.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. Yeah, it's not possible.
You know what I mean? You're going to need another one. So like actually having those incentives makes promoting really cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. I like that. All right, that's a good do. That's a good do. Yeah. Any more?
Oh, one more.
What?
Make sure these women and these guys y'all bringing out are just like, don't bring out weirdos.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
Don't bring out people that don't take their hygiene seriously.
Oh, that's the word.
Makeup done, hair done.
Yeah.
Oh,
come on.
I have stories.
You know the cameras are out.
Oh yeah, because now everything is like Instagram videos, pictures, and like
TikToks.
It's gonna be everywhere.
You want to look good. You want to smell fresh.
Yeah.
Don't.
With your attitude.
That too.
I have the worst attitude.
But most importantly, don't spend your last dollar in the club, y'all. If you don't have it,
don't do that.
Save your money.
Stay home.
Do what you have to do.
We in a recession,
you can watch. Yeah, you can watch the club stuff from home now. Nothing's wrong with that.
Honestly,
you have your bottle. You have your hookah. You have your fireplace.
I can't.
Enjoy it.
People do that, actually.
People do that. You know, people make their own like place of vibe. They begin. They make their own place of vibe. Or you could just go to like because the club don't.
Just honestly,
don't spend your life.
Nightlife doesn't have to be a weekly thing. Use it as your temporary vacation.
I love that.
Before you go on your real vacation.
I love that.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel like a lot of people, so many people have like, it's such a negative connotation attached to nightlife now.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, oh, you go out all the time, like you, like as people always say on social media, like what does that have to do with you?
Yeah.
Honestly, especially now that we are in our adulthood era and stuff. Sorry, I had a hard week. I want to go out.
You want to go out and have fun, yeah.
I want to have a good time.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode on the DMV nightlife. We talked about party promotion, we talked about do's and don'ts, pros and cons, and I hope you guys took away some gems on, what goes into making a party successful, what goes into nightlife. And again, I learned a lot about the nightlife industry that I didn't know that, again. And I have so much respect now for party promoters because, again, before, I didn't really know what a party promoter was. I just knew they would post stuff on Instagram. To be honest, I would get mad at me. So funny. I would just see them make Instagram posts. And I really thought that's what it was. But after you guys explaining here about what you guys go through, the challenges, the ups and downs, it's a lot. And you guys put a lot of hard work into making DMV nightlife lit. All right, guys? So all the parties that y'all go to, these people are the behind the scenes making it lit. So give credit when it's due. But I appreciate y'all coming. Anything what's coming up next? Give any advice to anybody that wants to, do this party promotion? Just leave us off on anything. Any advice, tips? What's coming from y'all?
Solid Independence, April 2025. Stable.
Ooh, save the big time. That's in the year. Oh, it's gonna be a movie.
I believe so.
Cinematic.
I feel like it's gonna be what it is, but it's just about the fact that it's being done.
Oh, I love that. I love that for us because Nigerian Independence Ghana is always like.
Oh no, we not even done too much on that.
No, I'm just saying.
It's gonna be done the right way.
Period. Eugene, what's up next?
Going to our family books.
Congrats.
Cities.
Wow.
US tour.
Wow.
Europe tour next.
Europe. Oh my God. Congrats. That's amazing.
Yeah, things are moving.
Wow. And nightlife, what party promotion brought you this opportunity?
Yeah.
Wow. You see, guys, it could be opportunities like this. You could be going on tour too. Okay? No, that's amazing though.
Advice to anyone that's getting into promotion is definitely profitable, especially if you're young in college. There's a network of people that want to find something to do on the weekend. So the best bet is just to go to any of these parties that you feel like fit your demographic, fit your friends, and there's opportunity for you. There's actually paid opportunity. So if you're social and you're just trying to get your name out there and be on the scene, this is definitely one of those jobs that you can make a really good killing in.
All right. Yeah, guys.
Ladies don't also.
No, go ahead.
Ladies as well. I have trained a couple or a few female promoters to join our team. And just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to reach out to people. Everybody has their own style of getting people to come out, so it works different for everyone. But either way, don't let it affect you in a negative way. Especially for those getting into the entertainment field in any which way, or as he said, hospitality.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Ignore the people in the club.
Yeah.
They are drunk half the time they're speaking to you, so just don't take it personal and get that money.
Get that money.
Get your big one and talk your.
No, honestly, I love those tips, and I feel like, if you're social, if you're looking to make some great money and you love going out, I feel like it's a great field for anyone to get into. I love those tips. I love those advice you guys gave, and thank you guys so much for being on the Dose of These podcast.
Thank you for having us.
First people that were in person live. So again, I appreciate y'all. I know y'all busy. Again, y'all busy, but I appreciate it again. That was it on today's episode on DMV lifestyle and party promotion. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys took away some gems today. Tune in next time on another episode on the Dose of These podcast. Signing out, y'all. Bye.
Bye.